Hello, it's Laura and Sophia once again this week. And Sophia being here on my lap is hopefully indicative that I'm going to bring a little wisdom to today's prayer. And today's prayer from the Unity Lenten booklet, the next to the last day of it, is I release limited perceptions. So it is Holy Saturday, April 19th, 2025. And what is it about Holy Saturday that helps us to release limited perceptions? It is the day that Jesus had already surrendered his life to the Spirit of God, and his body is resting in the tomb. I've been to the Tomb of the Sepulchre in the Church of the Sepulchre in Jerusalem, and it is a great and holy site that people feel a tremendous significance about. But the most significant thing about that tomb is that it is empty, because being in the tomb led to new life. So that's what we are looking at today. We are looking at the perception of the tombs of our lives, the things that wrap us in dark and despairing times, and how can we take a different perception on what they bring. Now, to do that, I want to share a very special egg with you. Now, you may remember when I shared these eggs earlier in the week from the egg tree, from the Easter tree that's in our living room. But today, I want to share a Ukrainian egg. Look how beautiful that is. I remember as a child dipping the eggs in dye, but many Ukrainian children grew up learning how to paint their eggs with beautiful art. And often they would start to do so by covering the egg in a darker color that would contrast with the paint they were applying. Many of the Ukrainian Easter eggs are painted, in fact, in black, so that the colors show that much more vibrantly. So perhaps those shadowy times in the tombs of our lives point us to a greater work of art that we can create out of our life. Perhaps those are the times of reflection and new creation and a reinvention of maybe who we are in the world, or of how we do what we do in the world. So we are going to start honoring Holy Saturday, the time in the tomb, as that time of deep inner reflection. And we are going to begin right now in prayer. So let's take a deep breath and close our eyes and focus on this prayerful idea. I release limited perceptions and expand my vision to see the beauty in life that blesses me and the beauty of the Spirit in me that blesses my world. I release limited perceptions and expand my vision to see the beauty in life that blesses me and the beauty of the Spirit in me that blesses my world. And so it is. I want you to know that when I sit down for prayer, sometimes Sophia joins me quite spontaneously, and I'm glad she joined me today to remind me of the wisdom and beauty that can be found even in life's darkest times. You know, in Ukraine, they are going through very difficult and challenging times. And the Archbishop of the Ukrainian Catholic Church, and let me see if I get this name correctly, Sviatoslav Shevchuk, has said, in his despair, when he looks at young widows crying over the graves of their husbands who have been at war, he asks, where is God? Even Jesus had his moment of despair on the cross when he said, my God, why have you forsaken me? But our author in our Lenten booklet reminds us, Sunday's resurrection would validate Jesus' teachings and release them from their perception of hopelessness. Their faith would be bolstered and paths forward would be revealed. Ooh, and as we hear the airplane flying overhead, we know that we continue to move forward in life, and that what lifts us up are the new perceptions on our world, the higher perspectives that often those times in the tomb of life can bring us. So thank you for joining me today in reflecting on what new beauty you can bring to life, even if it's just your wonderful, beautiful self. Have a wonderful day.